this morning. It's a long walk and very steep, and I had a lot of gear with me. So I got in. I actually got settled in, probably 15 minutes after shooting light. I've been out here now for probably an hour and a half. I thought I've heard some activity over in the thicket beside me, but nothing's coming out of it. This wind is slowly picking up. It's blowing across me. So that's not too bad. The area that I'm hunting over, that means the wind's blowing crossways to it. So hopefully I'm good from a scent perspective. This is the second weekend of muzzleloader here in Tennessee, and it sounds like freaking World War III out here. The rut is starting to pick up now. And obviously, everybody is out hunting. I've never heard this many shots ever. There's another one. I bet I've heard 20 to 25 shots this morning. Interestingly, I came to my dad's place this morning because I hadn't been over here in 4 weeks. And I got over here, got in the tree stand, and the wife texted me and said, "Hey, there were 2 big deer in the yard earlier after you left." Figures. It's kind of how it goes. Alright, well, this morning was a bust. I'm on my dad's property, and it's the opposite of my place. On my place, I have a lot more activity when there's a north wind. Over here on my dad's side, it's the opposite. The best activity is when there's a south wind. It's more of a northeast wind, not a true north wind, but the reason is this bowl that I'm hunting up near the top of the ridge, I'm down below a saddle, and I'm down in a bowl. A lot of acorns and oaks and everything up in here, but this area doesn't get sunlight till probably 10 o'clock in the morning, give or take, just because of the way it's shaped and the way the sun rises and comes up over it. I really didn't want to come over here this morning. My brother asked me to come over here and hunt with him. He was about 200 yards to the east of me, and he texted me about 10 o'clock and said he moved to get out of the wind. And my dad was up here probably 500 or 600 yards from me, and he also texted me and said he moved to get out of the wind. So it ended up being just me. I'm the only one who stayed up high and sat through the wind. But I'm not that surprised that I didn't see anything. Last weekend, my brother's buddy hunted out of this stand, and he saw 13 deer right here within 100 yards of him, just plowing up acorns, just vacuuming them up. So, but that was a south wind. I should have known better than to come over here today. I'm going to head down in just a minute. It's lunchtime. I've got to get a trail camera up here. I'm going to take it back and check the pictures on it and replace the batteries in it. Alright, well, after I got down, I decided to come up here and I was going to check this trail camera. It hasn't taken as many pictures as I thought it had, or would have. But what I did was I put it over this treetop right here. It's a red oak top that's broken out, and it is still loaded with acorns. We had very few acorns here this year, but for some reason, this one treetop that broke out, and I'm thinking it may have broke out because it was so overloaded, it's covered. I mean, it is just, I've never seen a tree with this many acorns in it. And this top broke out of this red oak behind me here. And the deer have been coming up here just eating the acorns off this treetop. So I put the trail camera over it here to see if maybe I could get lucky and get some photos of something, but so far it's been pretty minimal. I may move the camera over here to this tree here closer to it and leave it here for another week and see what happens. So I don't know. It's pretty neat just seeing this, or pretty cool to see how this top broke out. And these deer are coming over here just eating the acorns straight off the tree. So, decent little rub here. About 30 yards from my tree stand. Beside the old logging road. Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning. This is a rarity for me. I don't get to hunt Sundays a lot of times because we have so many things going on Sundays between church, whether it be once or twice each Sunday, and then family stuff. So anyway, it's about 28 degrees out here this morning. It's virtually dead calm. Not a cloud in the sky. So the sun's going to pop up here in a little bit, and when the sun pops up, this whole hillside's going to start warming up. And the birds and everything's going to start getting active. And I'm hoping the deer will start doing their regular thing and start crossing across the field here. So, crap. I was just sitting here. I had just dug into my bag to get my face mask out. And as soon as I pulled it down over my face, I look up and there's a bobcat. And it just popped into the woods right there. Man, hate that I missed that. Funny thing is I never get bobcats on camera. Never do I get them on camera, but we see them when we're hunting. Man, they're stealthy little boogers. Well, folks, that's about it for my morning set. I'm about to have to head back to the house and take care of the kids to get them ready for our afternoon activities. I'm still completely confused about what's going on. These deer have they've totally changed their patterns from what was going on 2 or 3 weeks ago. Trail camera photos are mostly all nocturnal. You know, the full moon was 3 nights ago, I believe it was, maybe 4 nights ago. So I would expect that by next weekend the deer will be back to their daytime pattern. But I haven't seen any chasing. There were 3 of us hunting across the road yesterday. We saw no chasing. None of us even saw a deer yesterday. They weren't hitting the acorns yesterday like I thought they would be. They haven't been hitting the food plot. They didn't go to the persimmons. This right here is a major pinch point for the deer that travel. I mean, it's not uncommon for me to see 6 or 8 deer in a morning with as many as 12 or 15 deer in a morning. This is the second morning set in a row now that I've sat in this stand and haven't seen a thing other than that bobcat I saw this morning. And I'm going to let everything rest for the next 5 days. I've got a lot of work going on, a big proposal I have to get done, and I really need to focus on that and try to not be distracted with hunting. And at the same time, it does me no good to come to the stand if I'm going to be stressed and distracted with what's going on with work. So I just need to separate the two completely this week and focus on just my work responsibilities, and then I can hit it hard on Saturday for the opening of rifle season. Oh well. Until next time, good luck if you get out.